Arbor, Michigan, called The Ark. His name is Ramblin' Jack Elliott. And I had seen Ramblin' Jack a couple times. I was going to graduate school in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I'd seen him the year before too. And ever since I was a little kid, I'd grown up on his records. And the morning after the concert, I went down to the farmer's market, which was right across the alley from the concert house. And I walked out of the grocery store with my sack of fruits and vegetables, and I saw this man in a big cowboy hat leaning against the garage door of the venue, like this, the cowboy hat pulled far down over his eyes. I knew who that was. That was Ramblin' Jack. He thought he was hiding. He wasn't hiding. And I got up the nerve to put down my sacks and go up and ask to shake his hand and say I'd been listening to him since I was a little boy. A big fan of his. At which point he tipped up his hat. He said, "You don't have an extra bicycle, do you?" I said, "No, but I can get one." And I found an extra bicycle, and we spent the afternoon riding around Ann Arbor, Michigan. We finished riding around Ann Arbor, Michigan. We stopped riding, and he said, "You don't know where there's a swimming pool, do you?" I said, "We can find a swimming pool, Jack." And that was the beginning of a 30-year friendship. Ramblin' Jack is now 83 years old, and he lives in a little red house in Marshall, California. There are about 4 houses in the town, and a bunch of fishing piers and sailboats out in the bay. And I have endless stories about my time with Ramblin' Jack. He probably has more stories about his life and more stories inside his head. Only a fraction of them I have heard. And but I knew a long time ago that I would eventually get a song out of Ramblin' Jack Elliott. And this is it. Everything in this song is true, incidentally. Some of it I was even there for. The rest of it I've heard tell. Bob Dylan, in his autobiography, called Ramblin' Jack the king of the folk singers. After he heard Ramblin' Jack on record, Dylan said, "I could never learn to play that good. I could never sing like that." So Dylan had to learn how to do something else, didn't he? He got to be a pretty good songwriter. So this is King of the Folk Singers. Fingers are cold, Johnny Cash is dead and gone. The wayfaring stranger, been away too long. The contrary farmer, hitching up his mule. There's been a change of plans, you see the cavalry's coming through.